Hello, friends. I am pleased to meet you. Get it? Because I... No? No? Okay. Nothing?
Butts.
Because I said I'm pleased to meet you, but I had to roll dice to see if I was... Never mind. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine.
I got it.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd, I say. Should we dungeon a dragon?
We should dungeon a dragon.
We should dungeon a dragon.
I like dragoning dungeons more.
I am totes down for that.
So that would require more bards.
Wait, what?
More bards required.
This construct edition of bards.
So, what's up?
Who's going to do the recap?
I have notes.
We found this weird goober. He's cool.
Can we keep
and-
him?
And I got fancy earrings that make me happy.
Yeah, I have fancy earrings.
That's actually on their stat block. It says they make me happy. That's actually mechanics. That's actually core mechanics.
Yay, finally you're happy.
Actually, I kinda realized something after we stopped last time. Bucket, you said the mark had some kind of visual aspect, like people could actually see through...
No, people can't see it. Only you can see it because you have become aware of it.
No, I mean, as in someone could watch through it.
Technically, yes.
Does that mean that Vivian could technically spy on people through Nebel now?
Uh-huh.
No, not
Oh.
really. Like, if
Not until he
if
gets
they
stronger.
had, like, not until she gets stronger.
That's too aggressive.
But yes, you found a goober,
Yay,
and the goober's gonna goob.
we
And it
adopted
turned
a
out
goblin.
it turned out what? They were dragonborn. What are you talking about?
I know, but the common
Dragonborns can be
trope is
goblins too.
That's the common trope.
Goblin-born.
Is you adopt a goblin.
Adopted
Goblinborn.
the goblin and or kobold and or other small species.
The real goblin is the friend we made along the way.
Exactly. Let's see, little Appleseed, I guess? I don't know, I'm trying to think of goblins off the top
Compared
of
to
my head.
Goroth, all species are small.
True.
Yeah, we experimented with it, the demon portal. We looted a bunch of supplies from the cultists. We managed to bring them back to town. We started setting up Nimble an enchanter's shop and / bakery. We have found out that there's a town that's not been heard of for weeks, or about a week's away. That has not been heard from for a while, and that we might go investigate it depending on our mood.
They're probably fine, by the way. I'm not worried.
We apprenticed Nemble to Brenda, and Brenda and Vivian altered Nemble's mark to be focused on, or to go to Vivian instead, temporarily. And I think that was the key points.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
Also, Neville likes
And-
me, which is funny.
Yeah. Nemel likes her, or at least is aware of her.
Huge fan.
Huge fan. Yeah, huge fan.
And so far, the only two who have recognized Vivian have been super fans.
Yep. That was Gorbash and Nemel.
For good reason, let's be fair.
And Nemel will be making you earrings at some point when they have everything they need.
Mm-hmm.
Though I forgot to upload the token. I'll do that next time you're in town.
Next time on Dungeon Ball Z.
Next time on Dungeon Ball Z.
Oh, hey, I can see everyone's tokens now. I can look at people's character
Oh my God.
sheets.
Oh my god! Hooray! That's
So
very
now-
nice.
What's nice? The ability to see others.
Mm-hmm.
E.
Check people's stats. Cool. That's all. Alright. So, DM?
E. So you have the choices of checking up on the town, continuing helping the town build stuff, I suppose, if you want to, but currently you are on break for the next few days, I suppose. I don't know how long you're planning to rest.
I've a few days, help the Neville get set up, see if the girls return. You know, we have some business, just general business around town to maintain and make sure that everybody's okay and happy and cool and everything. Right?
Mm-hmm. So it takes like about 2 days pass, and Goroth returns with a bunch of stuff. Well, Goroth and his boys, I suppose, the crew.
The
return.
boys.
The boys.
The boys.
The boys. They return back with plenty of supplies. A lot of wood that when they arrived, it turns out that the burnt out hull of a building actually had collapsed. But the wood could probably be used as charcoal or firewood, which is good because it is starting to approach autumn, or it has already approached autumn and is starting to get cold. But you have plenty of construction materials, more supplies from the cultist stores, just odds and ends, tools, some food supplies, but we're not really lacking that here and ever there. So I suppose at this point it is how are you planning on helping Neville and stuff settle in?
I'm gonna let him and the boys pick out a spot for the building. Make sure that there's enough room for, like, maybe a small forge and a like a gemsmith forge. How those look, and probably gemsmithing and glassblowing forge. I'd imagine would be useful, and then as well as a cooking forge as well. Cooking food forge, whatever those are called. There's a word for
food
those.
forges.
Yeah, I don't remember what the word is.
I don't know, but I just know that the smelting stove needs metal to be effective.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, metal's a very good surface.
I finally have enough screen real estate for this.
If you look on the main
Stove!
map,
Stove! That's the word! Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Jade, I would like you to know that the red mark on my forehead, thank you for its existence.
Honestly, I identify with Jade. That has been me the entire day. I would be explaining something to a customer. I would have to look at my coworker and go like, "What word am I trying to say?"
What word are you trying to say?
Okay. I'm calling it a food forge from now on.
Food forge.
Oh, that was not a bit. Anyways, sorry, do go on.
I thought it was a bit. So let's find a place for this building then, I suppose. You can use, I believe you can use a draw tool and, like, mark something. Everyone that wants to contribute can contribute. At least I think you guys should have the pencil tool.
I propose here.
That's how we have circles and X's.
Okay,
I-
so I usually don't read chat when I'm doing D&D, but I have to this time just because Ulatharid says, this is like when my DM forgot stable and said horse house.
No, that makes sense. I get it. I see where that's coming from.
My only question is, how do I change my drawing
House of
colors?
Horse.
Oh, I figured it out.
That's a good house location. I think Grandma's house is probably going to end up like here-ish then.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that did change colors.
And I believe Nemel is going to be living in his store. Because I remember someone saying there to make Nemel a house or a store with a loft in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys change your colors. I don't know how to change colors at all. Oh,
I've never
I see
changed-
how you do it.
What?
I just had to figure out how to actually make it keep the change.
No idea. I propose here. It seems like a good place.
I was mildly distracted. So what are we building here?
Nemel's house and Brenda's bakery.
Ah, yes.
It's called the Food Forge. That's the name of the store now.
Food forge. Okay. It's got both food and a forge. So
Yes.
it's an enchanter shop, but it's called the Food Forge. You see,
Yes, because it's also a baker.
also a baker. And everyone else is okay with this location then?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume so because no one's saying anything or drawing anything, or other than this pretty flower in the distance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why I wasn't seeing anything, and then I forgot that I was still in the bar. That was why.
Honestly, good choice. I should have be there too. That sounds like a better plan.
Okay, so we're talking about this like blue spot being where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a good spot to me.
This flower has been destroyed, apparently.
Rip.
How could they?
It pasted it very wonkily.
So if you're not doing anything specifically, then time passes, and several days pass. The girls have not returned yet, though they did take the town was a week away.
Okay.
Sometime during this time, during one of your sleeps, you all share a collective dream. There is the darkness that has been following you, except for it surrounds you completely.
Is there sandwiches?
There are no sandwiches, unfortunately.
Okay, good. I don't have to flee.
What?
Okay.
Different campaign.
Ah, I see. Inside joke. Get it.
There
By which you
is.
mean I don't get it.
Oh. She got consumed by the inn. There is a sense of remorse that you're filled with. Though it's not your remorse, it seems to be something else's remorse. There is no real detail in the stream other than yourself, your companions, and the darkness that surrounds you. And you wake up.
These signify
Okay.
Brenda's flower gardens that she'll inevitably plant.
This flower garden.
Zoom!
Sheep is zooming.
Okay.
I am unsure what is happening right now, but I am just staring at what Jade is
Exercises.
Yeah.
exercises, jumping into the fountain over and over again.
Suicide sprints. You've never had to do suicide sprints?
Yeah, I had to do them in high school. But yeah. With that settled, what do you want to do? There is obvious the mystery of the town. The girls have not returned. You could also just explore around this area if you wanted to. When it comes to what the guild has, there's very little other than your standard, X, Y, get rid of goblins here, or your minor crises that aren't really that much of a crisis.
I mean, I vote for going to investigate the town.
Sure.
I'll second. that.
Yeah,
We'll investigate the
Gorath
pocket.
would have been overseeing how the guys were working, and then once that's dealt with, he'd probably also vote for checking out the town, especially since the other two haven't shown back up yet.
Well, they're making a good structure at this point. It's just currently a skeleton of a house, just the scaffoldings and the bare bones of a building. Brenda's already pulled out her house. It is in that little purpley pink zone right there.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, not being 100% sure how smart some of the former bandits are, he's trying to make sure nobody hurts themselves more than anything.
They probably have whoever has been here helping them build buildings, instruct them. The mayor has just impromptu just approved any buildings that you guys wanted, whether or not that they have been reported to him or not. They're just I think he's just happy that you guys are around.
Finally,
Great.
someone getting shit done.
Ah, yes. Someone getting shit done, and it's not me.
It's kind of an ass, but he is very much overworked.
It's true.
I had a thought and I lost it.
We'll find it.
Oh, I think I found it. I would have been funny if the entire bandit except the one leader was just a contractors guild.
He just hired out. He just hired out contractors to be his bandits.
Yep, they couldn't find any work anywhere.
They prefer the word. They prefer the term mercenary.
Mercenary.
No, by contractors I mean like the kind that make buildings.
A builders union. He's
Yeah.
contracted out a builders union to be bandits because they couldn't find work.
So they got here and it's like, hey, build buildings. It's like, yes, finally, real work.
Real work that doesn't involve robbing people. Is there anything you want to do before you set off?
No.
No. Moon, make sure we have our proper equipment and supplies, some ration or whatever. Make sure we high-five everybody, tell them where we're going, see if they can actually understand us when we tell them where we're going.
Yeah, they seem to be aware of where you're going.
Cool.
I think I'm going to buy half dozen healing potions.
Hmm.
Sounds reasonable.
I think they're 50 gold apiece.
I have no idea how much gold, how much they're worth, but I can
Sounds
look
like a
that
reasonable
up.
number. They should be 50 gold. I'm basing this on the fact that seems like a reasonable number.
Oh, I'll load up the character builder. I'll have them in there.
Yeah, they are 50 gold pieces. Potions of healing.
Nailed it.
So I guess you just subtract 300 gold from that, from your stores, and give yourself sixpence if you can. That is, if you need me to, I can do that as well.
I can.
Okay.
Alright, so we have potions. Let's rock.
Yeah. Egg has found that he seems very reckless and gets hurt entirely too often.
As you travel, you notice that the grass beneath your feet seem to change hues to a browner tone as you navigate at a seemingly alarming speed. They seem to pass by faster for you than others, and after a while it feels like it is becoming fall.
Autumn.
The autumn, yes. It is becoming fall. The world falls. The end.
I rolled to dodge.
Roll to dodge the world. While you're traveling, are you looking for anything in particular, or are you looking out for interesting sights, or are you just trying to navigate and get there as fast as possible?
I mean, if anything catches our eye, sure, but I think we're pretty much just walking. I mean, if you have any plot hooks, let us know, but I don't know what we'd be looking for.
I'll do a random roll.
Yeah, those are big dice.
Those are big dice. It appears that you have a very uneventful journey to Latestone. As you approach a town, you notice that there are large walls, a few structures, bordering the walls, and 2 guards standing, well, guard. They don't seem to stop you as you walk through the gate, and one even greets you and says, "Hello, welcome to Latestone."
What's up? I am off the map.
It seems like a
Wait,
decent time
what-
to note
what-
that my
wait.
passive insight is 21.
Hang on, don't stop moving for a bit. Apparently the map did a dumb again.
About that going around.
There we go.
Okay, you can move around again. And as you walk around town, you notice that there are a lot of shuttered buildings. Very few people are out and about. People are walking around with vacant expressions, though though they don't seem to be afraid or worried about anything. There's just it just seems to be a very quiet, sleepy town.
This is the town we were supposed to come to, right?
Correct.
Hello, guardsman.
Are you talking to the guardsman?
Yes.
He looks at you and simply says, "Hello, welcome to Latestone. Do you have business here?"
Have you seen any kobolds lately?
There are kobolds in this town.
Have any arrived in the last week or so?
There are kobolds in this town.
Yes, I've not. You have said that before, but have they arrived recently?
He looks to his partner. His partner looks back. There are kobolds in this town.
Times are tough.
Welcome to our area. I like swords. Don't worry, someone will get that reference sometime.
I did.
Oh, I did.
Hooray!
Vivian, things seem a little odd here.
Mm-hmm.
These people are not very responsive or are dumber than me.
What do you think?
Smart.
Mind control, false hydra, or country town?
I don't know, should I roll insight or something?
I forgot to add horses.
Quick,
Oh,
add the horse house.
Well,
I'm just gonna whirlwind slam a
it's
streetwise
fine.
check to.
They
Sorry,
wouldn't
go
give us good information anyways, they would just be naysayers.
I'm just gonna roll a streetwise check as a vibe check.
There's definitely something eerie about this town.
Wow,
Even with the
seems fine.
even with the nope, never mind. Yeah, things are okay in this town.
Yep,
Well, I'm
Just
going to roll insight.
just a podunk. Oh,
Yeah, no,
Hey, look, I got
this is like the most normal town you've ever been in. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
You wish ever there was more like this. Like, I was gonna have like a really low roll be okay because of how obviously weird it is. But like,
These all seem
Nope.
normal, don't they, Vivian?
yeah, in character,
Yeah.
this is just an absolute normal town.
Hello, Goran.
Normal-
This is nice normal town, is it not?
normal podunk. Nothing interesting here.
Goroth just looks at the other two, just very concerned.
What do you think, horse?
I'm concerned about the economy around this place.
Oh, that is a very good thing to be concerned about.
Wait, I think I actually have. Hold on, 1 second here. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if the horse is actually talking, but Egg does respond like it said that.
Okay. The horse didn't actually say anything.
Aw.
Oh.
The horse was not actually a druid. I mean, do you have to speak with animals?
I'm checking right now, actually. I might.
+6 for my nature rolls, if that counts.
I have animal messenger, not speak with animal.
Oh.
But as you speak to the horses, they look at you with a look of concern. These horses look like they're well cared for, but let's see. But they just seem like they seem a bit unsettled. You're not unsure if it's because of your presence or if it's because of something else.
I approach this horse slowly.
The horse kind of shrugs a bit and like gets as much. Why can I not select this horse?
Is it because I'm on it?
And moves a little bit away. They are still tied up to the cart.
What's in the
I'll
cart?
give
Just
it
ore?
I just attempt to give it reassuring pat.
Rocks, actually. What would you roll for animal handling in this?
Nature, probably, if I don't have an actual skill. Maybe diplomacy. If...
Yeah, roll nature.
I'm just trying to give the horse a pass. That's all I'm trying to do.
The horse chuffs and like
Oh my god!
avoids your hand.
Oh, okay, horse. If that is what you want. I back away. Attempt was made. I was rebuffed.
Yes, yes, marker. I understand. This horse is very important. It keeps making purple marker on the horse.
Yeah,
This is
I know. It keeps zooming me to it.
This is the
Yeah,
normalest
me
town
too.
I've ever seen. Boring, normal,
Incredibly normal.
whatever. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go to one of these non-horseless, or these horseless carts and look at some rocks.
These rocks are completely and utterly normal. They are just rocks.
Interesting.
Is there anywhere around here that looks like it might be like an inn or tavern?
If there is one, you haven't seen it yet. However, one of you have already entered the tool store and exited. If you want to return there, because that person would have responded to you.
All the buildings are black blocks with no indication markers.
Some of them have doors, the ones you can enter. I don't know why they turned to black boxes. They were supposed to be like... You're supposed to have been able to see that they were like roofs to
It's
indicate that they
because
were
of
buildings.
It's because
Yeah,
of the
but
line of sight settings. Because all these are around it are for hard walls, and we can't see through it, so it's the line of sight issues.
Let's see.
Yeah, because these ones that I could just stand on top of, I can see the roofs of.
I'll just delete the. I'll just start deleting them.
Deleting the buildings? Something
Well,
is going
deleting
on
the
here.
walls. So you'll know, because I mostly did this so you would have like a hard distinction between like ones you could, but I guess that became obviously hard to tell.
Found a door on this one.
But as you enter this building, you are greeted by the sight of mostly neatly arranged tools: hammers, pickaxes, shovels. Some indications would have you believe, like on the prints of the walls, that this place used to also sell weapons, where there seems to be like bare spots. The store clerk greets you. Oh, hello there. Do you need a pickaxe?
I am okay without a pickaxe. I was hoping to
You
ask
should take a
about this thing.
pickaxe. There's a lot of digging around here.
I will pick up a pickaxe.
Enjoy your pickaxe.
Have you by chance seen a pair of kobolds in this town recently?
Yes. We have had quite a few kobolds come into town recently. Probably to help with the
Direct us to
digging.
them?
Oh, they are all over the place.
This man sounds completely normal, like the guards.
We have had kobolds come from Cobblestone recently in order to help with the digging.
How much digging is there to do here?
There is a lot of digging to do here. Much to discover.
Digging to discover something. Is there a excavation site?
There is no excavation site, but there is digging to do.
I see. Thank you for your time. I'm just going to walk out with a pickaxe.
Hello, ma'am. Do you need a pickaxe? Goodbye.
To be fair, that's very on brand for Vivian. So, how we feeling?
This town is strange.
Yeah.
Something seems very off. The animals are nervous. The people are very non-reactionary. It's... Under normal circumstances, I'd assume this place were under siege, but there's no sign of damage anywhere. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
I think I just used the wrong walls.
The only thing I can think of is to perhaps look and see if there's an inn nearby and see if we can find whether Skyzy and the others are here or not.
I see a large building to the north.
Yeah, there's another one over here near the entrance. I can't tell what anything is though because of the map. Lead on. Oh.
Hello!
you notice that there is a layer of dust on everything. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in weeks. Which is strange because there is a very well-stocked bar, as the barman sitting behind the bar is just cleaning a glass.
Oh, that's just a normal barkeeper trick.
Hello, normal barkeeper person.
But yeah, this place looks like it's in disarray. But the barkeeper looks like he's absolutely fine. They look at you and greet you. Oh, hello. Can I get you anything?
Do you like swords?
He looks at you and doesn't give you a response.
Oh, have you seen any kobolds lately then?
Ah, we have a few kobolds that come here every so often for a drink or two.
Specifically, 2 kobold travelers accompanied by an orc.
I do not know if I've seen anyone like that. Hello there, ma'am. Can I help you?
I'm just gonna grab something. Don't mind me.
You are welcome to. Should I put it on your tab?
No.
Okay. As you look through dusty bottles, these appear to be rather fine wine. Normally, they would probably be hidden away or stored away somewhere safer than this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I heard there is many kobolds here. Where would they be?
Why? The kobolds here come from cobblestone.
And where are they? Right now.
He looks to you. Why? Do you need to know?
We wish to help dig with them.
Ah. In that case, he stops polishing the glass. In that case, you should go to the tool store and get a pickaxe.
Quick, show him your pickaxe.
I pull out my pickaxe.
Ah, I see. Then you know where to go.
I don't remember the tool guy saying, but I was distracted.
He didn't say anything about that.
He did not tell us where to go. To dig.
That is weird. Everyone else knows where to go.
I see. Can you point us in the direction they went?
He points to a wall. He points to the eastern wall. But, doesn't really point in any general direction. Other than that. Like, it...
Yeah, that's about all I was expecting, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He's pointing at the wall as if the wall isn't there.
Yeah. I see. That direction. We will have to go there and dig with our friend kobolds. Do you have any suggestions on what we should dig?
You should dig the rocks and the dirt.
I see. We will go and dig the rocks and the dirt. Hake's in his element here, apparently.
Like everyone else in this town, I would enjoy digging, but I have a job to do.
And you are doing it well.
Oh, and you will notice as you approach the bar is also covered in dust, except for the area that this man can reach, standing in this place. He does not seem to have moved from this location in quite some time.
Does he look malnourished or dehydrated at all?
He looks pretty malnourished. But he has a grin on his face. And appears to be just waiting to serve you something.
How did the toolkeeper look?
They look disheveled, as if they haven't, like, taken care of themselves.
Okay. Thank you for your information. We should go and dig.
Would you like a drink before you go?
You gave us some. You put it on our tab. Thank you.
He looks a little bit confused. Okay, have a good day.
As we leave, it's like, I didn't note that there was another building, not as large, to the east here. Darn you alls. It's locked.
Gorath, if you'd be so kind.
Do you mind if I not break it first?
Why?
Traps? People... This town seems like the place where if there was a door that is locked and we can open it, if we break it, it might explode.
I guess.
But as you approach this building, you notice that there is, for some reason, an oven outside, and what looks like to be the contents of the inside on the outside.
Oh, someone clear this out, probably for cultist work.
So I'm going to check the lock of the door. Does it look like it has a keyhole?
There is no keyhole.
Well, that makes things difficult.
Not particularly.
Okay, that makes things difficult for me.
Ah, I see.
I think it looks like we're back to Vivian's plan. Everybody stand back.
I'm going to take a once over look at the door to see if there's anything I can jimmy open. Then yes, I will. That will be immediate plan too. So I look at the door.
If you're that worried about it, I can find a way to get it open.
Well, I want to use my thievery if I can. If not, Gorath gets to go at the door.
DM?
Goroth, I'm going to assume Goroth would need to roll an attack or roll strength. I don't know how 4E handles this. I think it's a strength check still, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's either a strength check or an attack roll.
Roll strength.
Yeah, it comes down to strength roll to break open, or
Okay.
an attack roll to just break.
Well-
That would be a nat 20.
I'll probably do it.
How are you trying to open this door?
Does it from the looks of it, does it traditionally open inward or outward?
You can't tell from the looks of this door.
Okay, then he's just going to, like, put a hand on each side of, like, the side with the doorknob, and then just shove it as hard as he can.
There is a loud thwoof as you do this, and you are knocked back. But you don't take any damage because you rolled a nat 20. You're able to roll and not injure yourself. Whoever owns this building does not want anyone inside of it.
Okay, I'll get
Are
it.
there any windows?
I knock on the door.
Are there any windows?
There are no windows.
And I'm assuming.
Well, there were windows, but they seem to have been barred up from the. They have been blocked off from the inside rather.
And I assume no response from knocking.
There's no response from knocking.
Alright, I'm going to blow one of my healing surges and cast Knock.
How does knock react to magically locked doors?
It works even against portals and arcane locks, arcane ritual doors. Works great against those. You make one Arcana check per lock, bar, arcane lock, or similar closure. So, for every extra layer that it has, I have to make an extra check.
I'm not sure how that knock would interact with this door then.
Make an Arcana check of +5. In place of thievery, to undo bolts or bars you normally couldn't reach. Must succeed a DC 20 Arcana check. If you use it against a portal protected by arcane lock, you destroy the arcane lock and its effects ends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if the
you'll
arcane
need
lock
to
is...
if the arcane lock is what?
If the portal thing is if the arcane lock is what is powering the portal, but then if you disable the arcane lock, the portal goes away. That's a specific circumstance.
Okay.
Just to clarify.
Okay.
So you're now competing with a deadbolt and a magic lock.
You have to do
Let's
two
see.
checks.
You have to do two
Yeah.
checks. And
All
I think
right.
one has to be beat a 20.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one has to beat whatever the magical lock DC would be.
Alright, I'm going to spend my time walking around the building, checking the frame of the door. Basically what I want to do is I want to set up for Secrets of the City. To be able to use my knowledge that I can gain from the area and from the building to be able to use my streetwise to attempt the Arcana check.
Okay. It's hard to tell what the city was like originally, or the town was like originally, because of how off everything is and how off the people are.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell this door feels like it came from somewhere else entirely.
Okay,
At
then Secrets
least-
of the City doesn't work then. Got it. Sorry, do go on, sorry.
And it is hard to tell how the door is locked and where it's locked from, or how the arcane lock works.
Okay, so it would be straight Arcana. I wouldn't be able to use secrets then. Alright, so 2 checks, you said?
Yeah, 2 checks. I'll do the deadlock first.
23.
That you hear something on the other side of the door slide open.
16.
However, the door remains locked.
Well, good news and bad news, friends. Oh, by the way, the way that that Vivian does this is I use my movable rod and put a cloak on over it so that this area is in shadow. Then I reach through the shadow to try to manipulate the door from the other side.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
Hmm?
That's just a neat way to do it.
yeah. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is I got the deadbolt undone. The bad news is that there is still some sort of magic seal on the door, but as far as I can tell, and tell me if this is wrong, DM, it does appear to be on the door, and these walls appear to be made of wood. So, Gorath, remember what we did back at the cultist camp? Well, why don't we take Bruel's pickaxe over on this side and get an alternate way in? Oh, and Egg, just by the way, I can also brew potions.
Yeah.
Just if you need it. Bruel, you want to do the honors?
I reel back and swing the pick into the wall.
You don't even chip the wood. In fact, for a slight moment, you hear a weird metallic clang as your pickaxe hits the wood.
Alright, I head up to the roof. Any
Strange.
chimney?
There is no chimney, or what looks to be once a chimney has been removed.
There's a chimney that got sealed up here.
Looks like whoever removed what used to be in this building and is possibly using it as a storehouse has made very, very sure that no one can get inside without their say-so. And not to sound like a brag, but if it is secure enough to deal with both Vivian's magic and brute force from both myself and Burl, whoever this is definitely knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet that they weren't clever enough. Well, come back on this side if you'd be so kind. How are your roots feeling?
Frisky.
Didn't need to hear that description. All right, underneath. Let's see if you can reach out a tendril of your root to see if it's also sealed underneath, because nobody does that. If it seems to work with a little bit, then we can break out the pickaxe and grab a few shovels, and just drop down up and under. It'll be an hour's work, but I've got some magic that can perk us up.
Okay, I'll try and reach a vine underneath, or a root underneath the edge of the wall.
As you dig your roots down, you feel something awful, terrible. You shudder as it feels as if some freezing coldness starts to creep up your roots.
I'm going to jerk back and just...
Nothing doing?
something unpleasant in there.
Well, yeah, that's why we're trying to get in. Come on, you got this.
Okay, I'll try and push through the unpleasant sensation and try again.
You continue to push through, and what are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to feel for a wall, or?
Trying to wiggle a root underneath and see if that route is less secure than the walls themselves.
The wall seems to go down fairly deep.
Hmm. It seems this building is deeper than just the initial floor.
Okay. Well, let's see if there's any other buildings that have cultist marks. There's one over here, and I think there's one to the north above it.
There is 2 to the west of the inn.
As you enter, you are greeted with the sight of many, many potatoes and bread. Just many potatoes and bread.
Do they look fresh?
The bread looks stale, and the potatoes are growing eyes. As you enter, the store clerk looks at you and says, "Welcome to Varieties. Enjoy our large variety of produce."
What about this dude here?
This lady seems to be looking for bread. She has a very blank look on her face.
A lot of that going around.
Is there a similar level of dust where it's just a radius around these individuals like before?
This place is just dusty in general. He doesn't seem to have cleaned up at all.
Same.
Doesn't look like much here.
Are these both the same kind of lock?
They seem to just be traditionally locked.
Let's try this one. And I attempt to unlock it with my thieves' tools.
There is a satisfying click as the door unlocks. However, there seems to be something stopping the door from opening.
It is
And
unlocked.
there seems to be some shouting coming from the other side of the door.
Can you let us in?
As you hear a click as the lock relocks.
Can you let us in? We want to know what is going on here.
Someone in there has an emotion.
We are tired of the town of Corneria talking at us. Well, it seems like there is living people in this one, instead of drones. But
Well-
they do not want to let us in.
Either they're responsible or they're complicit. Or either they're complicit or they are affected and wouldn't turn away help.
Okay. I will leave this door to you while I go check this other one. I guess I try to open this one.
Go ahead. Once again, you hear a click.
Hello,
And you open the door.
hello, people.
There is a person inside, a dragonborn. he drops his hammer on the ground, and he stares at you. Who are you?
Oh my god, you know how to form sentences that are not from a script.
What?
Everybody else we have talked to sounds like they are bad actors on script.
I don't understand what you mean. What?
Do you like to dig rocks?
No.
Well, everyone else does.
Nice gems here. We have several of them ourselves.
I don't know what they do, but they make me crush them.
You doing lines of gems?
Just sitting there, just snorting gems, becoming filled with light stones.
Do they look like either the positive or negative energy gems?
They do look like the positive gems, and the whole room, when you walk inside, bathes you in a sensation of warmth.
Okay.
I walk in just so I get the big chia pet effect.
Chia.
The big chia pet effect. Oh yeah, as your leaves and the moss on your body just start growing at an alarming rate as you enter the building.
So who is getting you to crush these gems?
I don't know. They're wearing robes and they don't show me their face.
Do these
Cultist.
I don't remember coming in here.
Do these robes have dragons on them?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's entirely
remember-
possible.
Go ahead.
It's entirely possible that exposure to these light crystals was clearing your head. That's why you don't remember coming in here, but you seem to have a much clearer sense of thought than everyone else in town.
Suddenly I really want to get those earrings made as quickly as possible.
Seems like a good idea.
Alright.
This makes me less worried about breaking and entering on that other door.
Mm-hmm. Alright, buddy, where do you live?
Where am I?
I take a gemstone and I press it to his forehead. How's that feel?
He looks at you. He blinks a few times. Where am I? Where is this?
I think you should roll.
Yeah. You need to keep one of these touching your skin, preferably your head or neck, until you leave town. Do you got some strip of cloth on here that you can tie it to yourself? Because you will lose your brain otherwise.
He looks at you. He looks completely unsure what you're talking about at this point. I don't know where. He rips off a piece of his shirt and ties it to his neck.
Alright, where are you from?
I'm from Lathstone.
What's this town called?
Lathstone.
This is Laystone?
Mhm.
Yeah. Everyone in here is gone, and a lot of them are digging somewhere. The rest of them are not doing well, shall we say. You might be the only conscious person left in town.
No. How is that possible? How can everyone be under their control?
Oh,
We're going to figure that out.
Vivian shrugs a lot more casually than she actually feels. Whatever. We'll get to the bottom of it. What you need to do... Tell me, what do you do, by the way? What's your, trade or profession?
Well, I'm the butcher.
Okay. Well, we got some food for you, and we can send you to a place that's safe. Tell them that Vivian
Lathstone's
sent you?
supposed to be safe.
It ain't. Well, okay, come with me. I grab him, I grab his paw, and I walk him over to the inn. Or tavern, I guess.
He just follows. Just
Make sure that gemstone's touching you. Alright, take a look around. Take a look at this lad here. And talk to him for 5 minutes. I'll wait. And I lean over and I just sort of rest my hip against the bar and fold my arms.
talk. It's good to see you. You don't look well. Hello. Would you like a drink? No, talk. This is important. Would you like a drink? Talk. I can pour you a drink. I can put it on your tab. He looks over to you. I don't understand. He never was like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all like this. Except for you.
What?
And maybe some people we heard yelling behind another door, but we haven't broken that door down yet.
Why does he look like this? What have they done to him?
Everyone in the town looks like this. And we don't know. I mean, the answer is cultists. The answer is cultists. We don't know why or how. The answer is cultists, though. Definitely cultists.
Cultist? That sounds crazy, but
Yeah?
he looks over at Talk again. Hello, can I offer you a drink? He scoots over to you. I don't want to be here anymore.
Alright, come with us. There's some people yelling behind a door, which means they still have emotions. Make sure that crystal's touching your body at all times. And I go back in here first, grab a couple of extra crystals. I put one down my bra, and I hand one to each of the party members, saying, make sure this is touching your body.
I take out one of my crystals. Okay.
Like touching your skin,
Don't,
I mean.
please.
While I'm still in the bar, Goroth is going to try something. I'm going to take one of the crystals that I already have in my inventory, and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it like right next to the bartender, and then just immediately crush it right above his head.
Crystal bath.
Hello?
How are you feeling?
What happened? Where am I?
You're in the tavern. Are you... what is the last thing you remember?
Closes his eyes painfully. I don't remember anything. They just look completely and utterly just out of it.
Goroth would pull another crystal out, hand it to him, and just say, look, take this, keep it on your person, follow me.
They follow you.
Also, I told the Dragonborn here to walk with us, to clarify.
Hello.
They walk behind you, but they seem to be very slow. Emaciated looking, just... They look tired after several steps.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back.
I'm going to offer them some travel rations.
They grab the rations and they eat them. Just they grab the rations and just ravenously just consume them. I don't know why I'm so hungry.
Judging by
I
how
suspect you
you've
haven't
been
eaten in
acting,
some time.
yes, Burl is right. It's entirely possible you haven't eaten in days. Maybe even a week.
Did someone go away?
Yeah, Shin said they
Oh,
would
okay.
be right back.
Do you recognize the voices behind here?
Who are you addressing?
Either of the NPCs.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We missed
No,
you.
I don't know who they could be. I've never heard these voices before.
All right, barkeep. Grab a gem from that building there. Keep it against your body.
Barkeep
back.
already has a gem.
He's covered in gem dust. I don't think he actually has a gem.
Goroth gave him a gem.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought Greg just crushed it.
No, I crushed the gem over him to cover him in the dust to see if that would snap him out of it, then handed him a gem just in case.
Got it. I missed the second part.
I would really like this door to be open now.
Well, open it up. Unlock it. Open it before they have a chance to lock it.
Well, it was like it was barred from the other side as well.
I'm going
Okay.
to knock politely a few times.
You hear this time. You hear a voice come from the other side.
Go away!
I'm going to open this door.
Don't kill us if you do!
We're here with Talk and the Butcher. They need to be kept safe.
Unless you're cultists, in which case we're here to kill you.
What? No, we can't open the door. They'll kill us if you do.
Are you cultists?
No!
Are
Okay.
they in there with you?
No?
Then open the door, let your friends in to keep them safe, and then we'll deal with whoever tries to punish you for it.
I can't let you in.
Gorath? Burl, you might want to get out of the way.
No.
Bull rush.
Alright. Alright, I am just going to say this once. We have already slaughtered a group of the so-called cultists who have been messing with this town. So, if the only reason you're not opening the door is because you're afraid of retribution from them, you do not need it. Because I can swear that if they try anything, they will not leave with their limbs intact.
Otherwise, we're going to do something really funny. For me, to clarify, not for you.
I don't think any of these cultists needs legs when we're done.
There's silence behind
Or
the door.
lives. So as a note, with these cultists, Egg seems bloodthirstier than normal.
Oh, Goros already mentioned because of last time that as far as these cultists are concerned, he's putting his no-kill vow on hold. They've already pissed him off that much.
Yeah, well, they've stepped over one of Egg's lines here.
You may continue.
Alright, if you don't want to open the door...
That's a good roll.
Almost thought it was a 3 for a moment.
You hear a loud oof as the door flies open from your kick. And you see, and it's a very strange scene before you. There seems to be several devices and runes on the ground.
What in the God's name is this?
As you enter, there is a weird screeching in your souls, as if something horrible and unnatural is happening. As you see the crystals in the formation before you slowly turn red, and the red crystals slowly turn black.
You guys
The
doing
kobold
that?
the kobold on the floor seems to be retching and unable to breathe. As a glowing emblem on his forehead burns.
Are you guys doing that?
There's no response.
What's all in this room for creatures?
There are 2 kobolds, a red dragonborn, and a person who seems to just be organizing crystals.
Plus the one on the floor.
Plus a kobold on the floor who is currently writhing in pain.
Okay. I was worried because the kobolds looked kind of impy.
Goroth would try to place one of the like positive crystals on the kobold's mark on its head.
It burns, but nothing else happens.
I do it to the human.
He looks at you with vacant eyes. Hello.
Okay,
Maybe we should
Goroth
stop
is
this.
going to how sturdy do these machines look?
They look extremely sturdy.
How well bolted to the floor do they look?
They look pretty well bolted to the floor.
Yeah, honestly, they do.
Dang.
But while you are investigating, the kobolds are cutting open their hands and slathering their blood on the crystals.
Do I recognize the type of magic they're using? I mean, I am a blood mage. By trade,
You are
at least.
unsure, but like it seems to be some kind of transmutational magic that they're doing with blood and with blood in the crystals.
I attempt to pull this kobold away.
This kobold,
It's the south kobold.
he doesn't really resist you trying to pull away, but like his arm still reaches out for the crystal. You notice that the one thing about these kobolds is they are much paler than usual.
I wonder if it's because they have less blood than normal.
Well, we can give him even less. I'm gonna take a particularly sharp-looking crystal, and I'm just gonna shiv this guy.
They don't resist, and they just kind of fall on the ground.
Okay,
Pardon me,
good enough for
I'm
me.
just gonna blink for a moment.
I'm gonna go grab another sharp one and come over to this guy.
What are you doing?
Incapacitating them, apparently. Getting
They're
the
also bleeding to death right now.
Getting the blood inside of their vein, getting the crystal inside of their body to try to shake them out of it, and if it doesn't work, well, they're gonna die anyways. I reach back my arm, getting ready to pierce the other one. You can stop
Stand
me,
in the
but
way.
Okay. What are you doing?
Goroth's also going to just grab the one that is on the ground and just toss him outside. See if maybe
tie
being
them
out
up or
of the
something.
room helps.
He continued to choke. Even though they're outside.
What about the Dragonborn? What is he doing?
He seems to be muttering something as
Hey.
they are moving his hands in some strange manner.
Hey, look at
Goroth's
this.
gonna try to clock
Sorry.
him in the head.
Okay. He doesn't really resist.
I guess,
You want to roll strength?
I guess I put the kobold in a chokehold or something, so he's unconscious but not bleeding to death.
He doesn't resist, actually. He just keeps holding his hand out as if trying to grab at the crystals.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's out, if not dead.
Yeah,
Killed him.
Goroth just holds his hand up and then just drops it on top of the guy, just knocking him unconscious, and then drags him
Nice.
outside.
And this kobold is now unconscious as well as you choke him out.
I guess I go over to this one and put a healing potion in it, and then drag it outside.
You stop the bleeding and you just pull him outside.
I feel better for buying those, and then I go in and get the human and drags him out.
The human doesn't resist. He just kind of like follows you as you drag him out. But the crystals. I must
Does he-
organize the crystals.
Does he attempt to go back in?
He, if you let him go, he just starts walking back into the room.
Then he also gets a chokehold.
Okay.
That's what he says. He's just like, okay.
Okay. Good night.
Well, we made a pile of unconscious people. And one conscious person.
One conscious
I'm going
person
to
that can't
ask-
move because they've been shivved.
The butcher and the barkeeper, if they recognize any of these people.
They were the butcher.
Well, they're new in town. They came around a few months ago, but I don't think they're related in any way to whatever this is. I don't really have their names. They stick to themselves. If they're not buying meat, then I don't see them.
Can we, I guess, store them in one of these houses that technically that exist? Just so that they're
So-
not out in the open.
If you ask that question out loud, in fact, the Dragonborn says,
Yes, you can store them in my house.
as he just leads you down the road.
Not sure if I want to walk past the guards with them. So I stop them before we get too far.
Okay.
I'm not sure the guards will like what we are doing. So,
Hey.
I would suggest you point us in the direction and follow behind.
He points at the direction of his house, which is, unfortunately, this building right here.
Right in front of the guard.
If the guard even actually cares, that is.
Well, whatever's controlling them might have enough control to notice that we stopped the crystal making. That is my concern. As we ferry the unconscious people into the house.
You could just put them in the other house, the one with the crystals.
I don't trust that house because it looks like people might go in it. That are not. It looks like cultists might go in it every once in a while.
Let's take them to the tavern.
Every so often, you see people peer out their windows to see what's going on. As you are lugging these people around, no one stops you, no one comes out of the house. People on the street just kind of gaze at you slowly as you approach and separate.
Based on the dust, there's not a lot of traffic in the tavern, so let's take them there.
True.
You're just going to
That'll
dump them off at the tavern?
Yeah.
After we ferry them to the tavern, I'm going to go back to the raw crystal house or the unsorted crystal house. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a bunch of positive crystals and take them to the tavern too.
I was thinking that I'm going to do in the interim.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that part to settle. I just don't want him to be interrupted.
Okay. But as you would have noticed earlier, the crystals did not seem to actually affect these people.
Mm-hmm. So while they're doing that, as when they leave with bringing them out with the chokehold and all that, I'm going to close the door behind them and pretty much fall over and retch. I'm going to stop hiding the pain as soon as they're out of sight, and then come over here and try to do some serious analysis on if these can't be destroyed or removed, how they can be disrupted so they are non-functional. I want to try to pull the crystals in here out while grabbing onto one of the light crystals to see if I can dislodge it and remove it.
As you attempt to dislodge the crystals, it's like touching something electric.
Mm-hmm.
It burns your hands as you touch them, and this seems to be lodged very well inside of the runes, as if something's holding them in place.
All right. Tell me about this black crystal. How does it feel? I mean, analyzing it before I touch it by feel, like feel in the magical sense first.
There is a gloom that comes over you as soon as you get near it, as if nothing will be right again.
That's going to be easy for me to fall into.
It seems to be emanating some form of dark energy, and it pulses, and it's almost visible. It almost visibly distorts the air around you. Almost,
When you say...
but not.
Sorry.
When I say what?
When you say dark, do you mean just, general malaise evil, or do you mean, like, shadow? Like, are you talking in D&D terms or general?
I'm talking about, like, as if it is unnatural and just evil feeling.
And these red crystals are powered by blood magic, as we saw, and can I discern any more information out of them?
You're not sure what they're here for, but they seem to be directly powered by blood. You're not sure why specifically they were Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because that's you're not sure what kind of blood or any kind of blood will work.
With my knowledge of blood magic, I don't get anything beyond that or any checks.
Um, you could roll. Actually, let me see. Roll me Arcana.
Gladly. That's pretty good.
Um, from the way these crystals look, they look to be an intermediary before they become black crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, it seems to be these were once positive crystals, but fed a lot of blood, as if that they were tortured in some way.
Hmm. But blood isn't inherently black or negative aligned. It's
No.
just blood. So there
But
has to be something else in play to make it feel like that.
But whatever
Yes.
they did has empowered the crystals in some way.
Okay. We know the regular crystals can be sheared and broken. I'd like to head up here to these red crystals here, take out a couple of them, take out a hammer, and see if these can be if they can be napped. See if I can shear off a piece of it.
As you try this, it actually seems to somehow become empowered by blood and thus not breakable in the same way. As you hit it with a hammer, you there's a loud clatter and sparks fly off, but the crystal is largely undamaged. You do scratch it, but it does not shear off into pieces.
Okay, and I can't nap it. I can't do a lateral gem cut.
No, you cannot.
Okay, what material is this?
It appears to be some kind of metal. It does not feel like it's made of iron. It is unnaturally cold to the touch.
Okay. I don't really want to touch the black crystals, but I do want to try the same thing with the hammer.
If you hit it with a hammer, they shatter into pieces.
They do. So they're fragile. How about this one?
This one, when you hit it with a hammer, it seems to be more resistant.
Okay, I'm going
However,
to.
it does chip as you hit it with a hammer.
I'm gonna nap off flecks of one side so that the crystal is not pointing at this anymore, so that it has more of an angle that would not align with the ritual. Where's my? So like, wait, where's my? How do I draw things? That's not a drawing that I want to make. Where's just the free? There it is, the freehand pen. So like, just take this part off so that the the arc is going this way.
As you start hitting the crystal with a hammer, you start hearing a humming sound coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets louder as you hit it again, and louder.
Mm-hmm. Just tell me if I need to roll anything, because I'm going to keep on going, and I'm going to use any majestic word, inspiring refrain, or chord of resilience that I need to get through it.
And as you do that, there seems to be some kind of electric pulse that arcs from the crystal to you. And as I remember how to do this correctly.
If it starts to look too dangerous, I can start using my... Sorry, go ahead.
Does this beat your fortitude?
16 matches my fortitude, so no.
Meets beats, isn't it?
I think tie goes to defender, isn't that? I don't remember though.
I thought meets beats.
No idea.
You take. Oh god, you take 3 damage.
Okay. I can't.
But-
There it is.
Equal to or beat.
Okay. Cool.
And as you continue to hit it, it starts making a louder and louder hum, as if it is getting angry that you're doing this.
Mm-hmm. Undoubtedly, it is.
And eventually, you do manage to chip away until it doesn't seem to be pointing at it anymore. But this does not seem to disrupt the flow of whatever ritual was set in place. However, you notice that the speed of the growth of the dark crystal seems to slow.
I'm gonna keep going at it until someone comes back, or I fall over, whichever happens second.
You'll probably fall for because it starts arcing more electricity towards you.
Yeah, and this is probably going to take us a few minutes, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the time is analysis of me, inspecting stuff, and I'm honestly I probably spent a lot more time on the blood crystals than this because that's my specialty. That's something that I would know more about. Yeah. We can go back to the other group. That's my plan until they get back. I'm
Okay.
taking this upon
I have
upon
drawn
myself.
my plan, so it doesn't take long.
Yeah, and I don't think it would take too long because I think Gorath could carry like 3, or actually, he potentially could carry 5 people with the use of both arms and his tail.
I'm gonna say Talk went with you, and Talk locked the bar behind them. Did you want the 2 to stay in there as well, or?
Up to them, but if they feel safer in there, then go for it.
Yeah, they probably are going to stay in there. So I'm going to guess you all enter as you see Vivian smashing away at a dark crystal.
Also, you see Vivian huffing and panting and not in the normal poised demeanor that you're used to seeing her. She's in pain and not hiding it at the moment, which is something that she usually does with a smile and a snarky attitude. That is not present at the moment.
I'm going to go over and start helping to smash it.
Pickaxe, go for it. Black ones breaks, red ones don't yet. Black ones are dangerous, the red ones seem neutral and honestly stronger. But black ones bad. Just...
I'm going to start chipping away.
I do not have a tool to help, and I do not think I should punch it.
Grab a
I
pickaxe or
pack
grab a
my
hammer.
pickaxe and
There's...
I'll use a hammer.
I don't want to go into this creepy pickaxe place again.
Creepy pickaxe, please. And as you smash away, Earl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That beats your fortitude. And you take 2 damage from the crystal. However, with a big swing of the pickaxe, you chip away, and with Vivian's help, as she's already chipped a large chunk of the crystal away, you shear the tip of it off, as it all just seems to clunk, just shatter and fall apart.
I'll be right back again. I'm letting the dog back in.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes?
These markings on the floor, One, how are the markings like put on there? And two, uh, what kind of flooring is this?
This appears to be some form of granite flooring, and they are etched into the floor. How they are glowing red, it is unknown.
Goroth is going to pull out his crowbar and tries to pry one of the panels off of the floor.
It is very secure on the floor. You're gonna have to roll a pretty high strength check. It remains securely in the floor.
Here, use this. I hand the movable rod. It's our Halcom. It'll be sturdy enough.
Alright, Goroth is going to take the rod and I guess try again.
Just don't hit the button on the side.
And with that, it pops a panel of the tile pops off, and oddly, somehow, the runes etch themselves back into the floor.
Ah, hell's permanency.
Okay, back.
Egg, see if the light crystals can blast the dark crystals or something. Burl and I are still trying to destroy the entire crystal in the encasement until there is nothing in the encasement.
As you are smashing away at the crystal, the humming has already stopped. The crystals are no longer growing dark crystals anymore. However, however, that means whoever did this could just come back and replace the crystal.
Hmm.
A touch of light crystal to the dark one.
Okay.
Gingerly.
It sparks violently,
Okay.
and you feel as if it is actively trying not to touch it, as if there's a magnetic push.
Um, I would suggest that people maybe back away before I do this. I'm going to try a couple things. Vivian, that includes you.
I'm still working on this.
J-
Just do it.
Could you?
It'll be fine.
No. Back away. First attempt, throw the crystal at it.
How big is this crystal you're throwing?
About a pound.
It hits the crystal. There is a loud explosion, and the crystal, the white crystal, flies back and smashes against the wall.
Anything to the black one?
There appears to be visible damage, but it appears to be as if the two crystals nullified each other from existence.
Good. It worked.
In similar amounts, I mean.
Okay.
We got
How
a
big
bunch
is
of
this
light.
one compared, poundage wise.
Hmm?
How big is this one, roughly?
The one in the one in the brace.
The dark one. Yeah.
Probably a few 100 pounds.
We got baskets of the light ones over there, and we got more at home. If we can purge these here, then they won't be able to just slot one in and restart the process.
one note that would cause a very, very large and loud explosion. And I mean large enough that it probably will obliterate this town.
Not if we do it one crystal at a time.
Mhm.
Just slowly. Okay.
Wait. Was there a...
Just.
Good.
Sorry, I was just thinking of Egg just like standing outside the door and just throwing each like light crystal like a dart at the thing.
It's kind of what my plan was, to be honest. Just drag over a bunch of them and throwing like 2 or 3 every few seconds.
Wait, there's a blacksmith in town, right?
There is.
Do they have a mint?
Somebody had to make the tools.
Like just a regular coin strike.
I don't think they would have a mint in this town.
Really?
Unless you're talking about just unless you mean like a punch, just like a coin punch.
Yeah, just a coin strike for making jewelry
yeah.
and bottle caps and
They'd have that.
yeah.
They'd have a punch. Yeah.
Yeah, just we can put one on one end and the other on the other end. The thing's made of solid steel, so it's not going to, it's not going to flinch at a small explosion. Repeat as ad nauseum. We can set the town workers to work on that. Yeah, we need to go figure out what they're digging, but I don't want someone walking back in here and just finding a black crystal and saying, "Oh, okay, this is good enough," and tossing it in there. The red ones seem fine. They're not great, but they're just blood infused and difficult to break. They're just sturdy. But they have to go. The light ones have to go through red to become black. So light, neutral, dark, basically.
I'm gonna start hucking light crystals at the dark one.
This continues for a little bit. There's quite a few blasts, explosions, but it seems to be working. The crystals annihilate each other when they contact each other.
Gonna keep going until this basket runs out.
However,
Oh, hi, Mark.
the guard comes to the door.
What are you doing in here?
We are making crystal,
Stop that.
but we cannot. We must make crystal.
Roll a bluff.
I like my answer. Walk
Oh,
up,
my
closed door.
lungs.
Walk up, closed door, lock it, walk back. Okay,
One moment.
okay.
One moment, I'm re-rolling this.
No, keep it. I love
have
it.
a power well, let me re-roll it.
Okay.
I have a power for this.
I mean, it could be even funnier. The second roll could be a 1.
Aw.
Never mind.
Okay, the guard actually believes you that you are supposed to be here then.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue your work.
Hey, my
Just the wordless scooch over to the door, close it, and scooch back.
That'll show him.
Scuttle.
Well, I continue until I run out of positive or negative crystal.
We have,
Yeah,
and there's a
after you
stockpile of
empty-
positives here.
After you empty out the bowl, there seems to be very few it seems to have finally annihilated the entirety of the large crystal. So you're out of crystals in the pot, and there's still the pile here.
Okay, there's 2 more stacks right here.
You just continue and do this while
I mean, how long does it take, roughly?
it'll probably take you a few hours to completely remove all the crystals.
gonna roll up the ones that aren't in. Well, you said are the other ones like a few £100 still as well?
Yeah, they are quite heavy.
That's a good thing we have Goroth.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
well,
could use Tensor's floating disc, but with Goroth I don't need to.
Well, those ones, because I think it'll take too long to deal with them. I'm going to wrap up in my bedroll and get Goroth to, like, put in the tavern in, like, the other corner and then bury them in barrels or something.
What, the dark crystals, or?
Yeah, just to get them out of this room and semi-hidden? Maybe not hidden well.
You can do that. You can just bury them.
Not like under, like, in the dirt, but like in the other in the tavern in the other corner, and then just pile barrels on top of them and tables and such. Put junk in way.
Roll me another bluff, just because that'd be funny.
But I haven't had a 5-minute rest yet. Not bad.
Yeah, you hide them pretty well.
Yeah.
It looks like just a bunch of barrels.
Because I want to deal with the crystals, it's just going to take too long. To do them right now. I was going to say I knock and get them to let me in. I'm just here so I can do line of sight things.
All right, you two. You both feeling good?
Yeah, we're feel okay.
Awesome. Head over to this town. It's in this location in this direction. We're gonna start over and start stabbing cultists until things get better.
I like this plan for once.
The two of them agree.
I suppose this town is no longer safe.
We will
We might as well
make it
leave.
safe. We will make it safe again. And if so, you want to return, you will be able to. But for now, yes.
So Talk and the Dragonborn leave.
Oh,
And we
before you go, do you know anything about the baker?
The
Like I asked
baker?
him. Yes, it looks like somebody threw all of the baker's stuff outside of their home. And it is locked magically, so I assume someone else moved in.
I don't know. They
Okay, well-
seemed like a normal person before.
It could be someone else, so I just wanted to double check. Go well and
hey,
be safe.
hey, egg.
Yes.
Grab a decent light crystal and dark crystal and see if we can blast the door open with that. One last chance, you know?
Okay, I make an improv explosive, which is basically I put a light crystal, like, dig it into the ground just under the door. Does this have a doorknob on this side or anything like that?
There's a doorknob.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you said it was
And-
There's no lock though.
Nope.
Visible.
I just needed something to hang the dark crystal off and light the rope on fire.
I don't know if I said there's no doorknob. I think I just said there was no lock. There's no visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look for a doorknob before, just a lock.
I got the impression that it was just a flat door, which is why it was so difficult. Oh well.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression too, but we didn't ask about the doorknob at all. I know that,
I suppose not.
but I'm using it basically as something to hang a dark crystal on, so it'll drop onto the light crystal.
Okay.
And then I back away. And then time passes.
Wait, so what are you doing? You're just
I dig the light crystal into the ground, kind of under the door if I can manage it, or just really closely wedged to it. And then I tie the dark crystal right above it on the doorknob and light the rope on fire.
oh, okay.
Does-
The crystal drops. It gets pushed away by the other crystal and kind of just like lands next to it.
You gotta throw it, Egg.
Okay, I go and pick it up with like a napkin and then throw it at the light crystal.
Wouldn't it be easier just to throw the light crystal at the dark crystal?
Yeah, but I already have it dug in.
Just saying. Okay. There's a loud explosion. The door seems to be untouched by it. However, there is a weird hum and stutter of the hum, and then just utter failure of whatever was protecting the door.
I attempt to open the door.
You
Oh
are
dear.
hit in the face with the sickly sweet scent of death and decay. There are
Oh,
body parts scattered everywhere.
Oh, that's why I'm trying to drive with WASD. It's like, why am I not moving?
Can you not use WASD?
I can.
It doesn't want to let me. I'm assuming it's just the thing being cranky.
I think it depends on what browser you're using.
It
I go
also might be auto deselecting your token.
I go straight to the trapdoor. Is it a midden or is it a passage?
It is. Is it a midden?
Is it a midden or a passage?
I don't know what the first word means.
A trash drop.
It is a passage, or
Okay.
you assume is a passage, but it does not look like a trash drop.
Oh.
However, it is sealed.
What is this town's name again?
What?
Lathstone.
Laystone?
I'm trying to actually write my notes. Well, they're pertinent. And I don't forget them.
Well, we know why the walls were dug so deep, because it goes down. One of you want to pull this up?
So is there like a locked latch that might need to be busted open, or just if you pull it up real hard, it might open?
It seems to be sealed in such a way that there's no real access to it. Like, there's no latch.
It's pretty smoothly done to the floor.
Yeah,
so...
it's smooth. It's smooth to the floor, basically.
Okay, but what about a crowbar?
Mm-hmm. Or a pickaxe.
There isn't anywhere to actually fit a crowbar.
I'm gonna try to stomp it in. Dang.
No, you're stomping boots.
As you stomp, it feels like a solid trapdoor.
start looking at the bodies, seeing what happened to them, if I can identify that.
The body in the chair seems to have various lacerations and cuts.
I'm looking at several of them if I can. Well,
Oh, and the one on the bed seems to be drained of blood.
yeah. What's Bob the skeleton like here?
Bob the skeleton, the one on the table, you mean?
Yes.
Broken to pieces.
Mm.
As if there's a lot of blunt force trauma.
Other skeleton?
Seems fairly intact, but they seem to have been deceased for quite some time. It'd be hard for you to tell what was the cause.
Okay. And then assorted organs.
Yeah, they're assorted organs. They were chopped up, placed here,
All
and
right.
seem to have been forgotten.
Then the latrine.
It's a latrine.
Yep.
There's poo inside.
I do not observe it closely.
Good.
I just noted it's there. There are so many questions to this building, and I do not think we have any of the answers. So, the question now is, do we want to go digging, or do we want to free the last few people before we go? I kind of figure that the sooner that we get rid of the people causing this, the sooner everyone will be free.
I suggest we free what people we can find around here. And hopefully that brings whoever did this out to confront us so I can wreck them myself.
Oh, there will be a line, friend. There will be a line. I suppose we could just make it 2 lines. So I guess we take the time to positive crystal everybody in the town that doesn't resist.
You'll find that most of the people in the town don't resist. Some of them are less susceptible to the crystal helping them. And there doesn't seem to be really a rhyme or reason to what causes this. But
Okay.
it seems that the townsfolk still treat you with some hesitation. Like the blank stares, the shutters, the staring through the shutters, that seems to have not stopped. No one answers their door when you knock.
Well, it's more like the toolsmith, the food vendor. The people that will.
Those two seem to actually snap to it whenever you put the crystals on them.
Yeah, the people that will give us that just have public access. We're not breaking into people's houses to force them to be crystals.
I mean,
I mean, if you want to, you can.
no.
It'd be good for them, though.
Yeah, just a little B&E. It's good for a snack.
For a snack.
A little breaking and entering as a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Well,
The
first
snacks-
off, the guy in the tool store snaps to. First thing he says, "My God, my store! Where are all the weapons?" Where are the shields? Where's the armor?
We just your town seems to have been taken over by cultists. We are going to deal with them next. I suggest evacuating to other town that I am bad at names.
Ever there?
Ever there? In the meantime,
I'm ruined.
if we find a stockpile of weaponry, we will make sure to note it, and then you can recover it. But I suggest evacuating, and we will tell you when it is safe to come back.
With that, they do take your advice, and they leave.
And the other two will get a similar speech. Or three.
Well, the lady in the store probably already left and went home.
Yeah.
But,
Anybody in the storehouse?
oh yeah, there are people in the storehouse.
If they respond to crystalling, they get a similar speech.
They did not respond to crystalling. They just continue to sort whatever they're sorting through in the storehouse.
Okay.
But the baker does leave.
And hopefully these people don't starve while we're gone. We might go over and give the horses more pats.
Give me a nature.
Yeah.
The horses actually act like they have never been pat in a long time, as if this is the first touch that they've received from a human. They seem very pleased with this.
I'm tempted to let them go, but we might need them in a little bit.
But Hans and Horse.
If we don't have things to cart back, they will go free. Or at least they will travel with us back to town. But we might need them to fill up that empty cart and pack things. I give them... I guess there's no, like, apples or anything. Nothing that would actually be good for horses.
I imagine you have dry fruit in your rations.
I give them some dried fruit.
Just don't feed them nuts. That's not good for them. The
'Cause
horses enjoy your dried fruit quite a bit.
I assume they haven't been well fed for much either.
Well, surprisingly, the horses have been taken care of.
Ah, good haunts. With that, I think we should now travel east to see if we can find the digging spot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you're asking where the kobolds were, so he pointed at where the kobolds were.
No, they said they were digging to the east, is what they
Oh,
said.
they're digging to the east. Yeah, that's true.
So we head east to digging.
I am not a fan of the stupid your path goes in through one wall.
Yeah.
I hate
I don't
walls.
actually have walls. Oh, I don't actually have the map prepared for a quarry
What?
or the place they're digging.
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't really got a lead to anywhere else.
Yeah. That's all we got. Otherwise, we can just go back home.
We can continue this next week or the week after.
Yeah.
This is what I have prepared for now,
Okie doke.
and one dungeon, but
Is the dungeon where the cultists are?
probably.
Is the
Will
dungeon
our
the one we
magic
couldn't get
travel
to?
powers take us there?
If the
What would
dungeon's
you
in
say?
here, then if the dungeon is this one here, then that's on you for not giving us any information on it. I'm just assuming it's like in character. I have no reason to assume that it's anything worth pursuing if it's sealed in like that and inaccessible to and be.
No, I need to prepare a dungeon. I
Oh,
meant.
I think
Oh.
okay.
I thought you said.
Oh.
I thought you meant you had one.
Yeah, these
No,
that's
I
what it
meant
sounded
I
like.
need to prepare like the area they're digging and one dungeon.
Ah, yes.
Mm.
I understand now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of this is one reason I'm thinking of switching to every other week, because every week I'm not having a lot of time to actually develop things as much as I want.
Oh,
That's
wait,
fair.
I also have an idea of something to do before we leave.
Oh,
Goroth is going to, well, one, take advantage of the fact that he's wearing gloves to take a decently sized fragment of that dark crystal and bring it into this room. And he is going to put it on top of the hatch. And then he's going to place several light crystals on the wall directly above it.
So when the hatch opens, it smashes into the light crystals.
Yep. If any of the cultists try to come up from that hatch, they're going to immediately spark an explosion.
it depends if that's actually cultists down there.
Yeah. Well, whoever they are, they suck. Clearly. I mean, look at what's going on here.
I'm helping.
Also, you can't you can't really have something like this and say it might be cultists. You don't know. Like, come on.
Well, I'm saying you don't necessarily know if it's cultists under the trap door. Could be victims.
Not for long.
This is true.
If they're victims, they can't get out, so they'll be safe until we get back. See? Easy as. Flawless plan.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Out of character. Are any of these dead people the candle maker?
Why would they be the candle maker?
Because it's the
Because
butcher.
we found the
and
butcher
baker.
and the baker.
Oh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm with you.
I didn't get it.
Don't worry, you'll understand when you're younger.
Okay.
Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker.
Anyway, thank you for joining me.
Mhm.
I'm sorry we've been having 2 short sessions in a row, but
I don't mind. I'm sleepy.
oh, okay.
Pretty much me being active was me being compensating for being sleepy.
GG. GG.
GG.
Was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it was.
Alright.
Any explosions were had.
Cheers, friends.
Cheers.